call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Hoffman.
an inmate at Washington State Penitentiary. This call will be recorded and monitored. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To accept this call, press 5 now. To decline this call, hang up. Thank you.
Good morning, good people. Good morning. Blessings to you.
Good morning, peace and blessings, Mr. Hoffman. Pray you're doing okay, as well as can be expected for spending 33 years in prison as an innocent man.
Yes. I have something that just occurred the first of the week, and it's been ongoing now. I can't get a hold of my wife through the 509 number that she obtained years ago to be able to have us call. Now, we've tracked it down to somebody told Skype that there might be some dangerous phone calls coming to them, and so they're tagged and they're stopped.
Yeah.
Now, these tagged phone calls come from inmates in prison, and they're the dangerous type, don't you know? And they don't want anybody to be threatened or anything like that in the phone calls, and they have no justification other than somebody made the call to Skype to have them tagged and stopped. My phone call to Agnes goes half a ring and then runs through the GTL statement about the phone call. Pick up the phone call and dial 5 if you want to hear it. Dial 7 if you don't want any more phone calls, yada yada. And this one is claiming that one is doing it, and that one is claiming this one is doing it, and nobody is clearing the phone calls. Imagine that.
Yeah. You know, I was just complaining this morning. I made a video about the censorship in our society and the ability of the wicked ones, to try to stop prisoner communications. There's a devilish band of soulless hyenas, and their heart is a septic tank. It's as filthy as an overflowing septic tank. And what they do, Patrick, is they call my work, and when I had a job, and they reported me as some sort of domestic terrorist. They call the prison. They try to get you put on suicide watch. They receive joy in other people's suffering, and I'm sure they've called Skype now, and they're trying to cause problems with your communications to your wife. They're absolutely wicked. There's an especially hot place in hell for these types of people. And I'm just going back to Revelation 6:10. It says, "How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not avenge the blood of them that dwell on the earth?" And so I'm looking forward to God setting all this straight. It really is wicked. You should be able to communicate with your wife. I understand how important that is to you, but there's some people that are just filthy individuals. They're filthy, filthy individuals.
Well, I think they've really done something now, because they've caused me to have to spend $150 extra this week on contacting my wife.
Yeah.
Now, it was set up not only on that phone call to the 509 number, but also to the home phone number that she has, the 011322 number. And but the problem is, why is it that way when I could call my niece, and I could call my son, and I could call everybody else, including you, and everything goes through, no problem? Imagine that. Sounds like somebody is trying to be third-party interference into a relationship to me.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely, we have several prisoners that have spouses on the outside. Of course, most of the time, as you know, the spouse will leave, but there's a rare time where you have a special individual like Agnes who will stick with you. And what the prisons do, and the devilish band of hyenas, they'll block the prisoner from speaking speaking to the spouse or even writing a letter. It's absolutely wicked. I mean, you should be able to communicate with your wife, and I'm just going to lift this up in prayer. That's the only individual I can left to pray to fix this is our Father, our Father in heaven.
Yeah. Well, I can't understand for the life of me somebody being so hateful and having such a big hole in their heart that they've got to try to fill it up with every type of anger and hatred and deceit and cruelty that they could possibly muster up. And the problem isn't with the outside world, it's within themselves. And the biggest problem of it is they were born into this world. That's why they're hating so bad. They didn't want to come here.
Yep.
You and I understand that the only way to make things better is to give love and caring and nurturing unconditionally to anyone that needs it. They don't understand that.
Yeah.
It's their loss, not mine.
The parable. Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel you, Patrick. The parable of the Good Samaritan, I don't know if you remember, but it said the Levi and the Pharisees, when they saw the man in need, they walked on the other side of the street to avoid him. But there was a good Christian man, the Good Samaritan, who stopped and helped the man, and he didn't give him a theology test, right? He didn't say, are you a Baptist? Are you a Lutheran? He didn't even ask him his religious beliefs. He just said, I see that you have been robbed and left for dead. How can I help you? And he helped him. That's what the Bible instructs us to do, but unfortunately, we have a lot of wicked people out there, and they see that you're in prison, and they have been given a spirit of the devil, and they love to see you suffer. But I know that you're not going to let them win, and I know that God will provide an answer for fixing this problem for you to communicate with your wife. I know how important that is, Patrick.
Well, I have things that show I am innocent of the crime that they've claimed that I did. And I wrote a letter yesterday to the Tribal Tribune editor telling him the things that he should be watchful for and understand that this affidavit that miraculously appeared is not something that is falsified and made up. It's something that was true, and the people that saw it are still around and able to verify that what is said on the paper is said in fact. So what they do to me now doesn't matter, because I am going to get through this. Since I've gotten here, they've told me that I can't have my sacred items box because it's too large now, and I'm out of conformity. I'm not conforming to their rules now. But I haven't left the institution. I haven't left the system. And I've had this box for 23 years. Now, why would it all of a sudden change? It changes because that's a way for them to attack me and make it look like I'm doing something when I'm not. That I'm doing something wrong when I'm not. And that's their problem. They changed the rules. I didn't. They make the rules different. I had to follow the rules in order to be able to obtain the box in the first place. Why is it changed now? Because they wanted to, and they want it to be an effort that makes it look like I'm out of compliance with their wonderful rules.
Yeah.
Well, they can keep their rules. They can take my box and stuff. I'll send it out to Agnes and stuff. And when everything is said and done, the doors will open for me, and I will walk out. And those that have helped me, I will remember and bless. And those that haven't, well,
God will take care of them.
I don't care about them.
Right.
I don't care about them. But in the long run, even those that did bad things to me and knew about it and went through it willfully, if they come to me in a good way and need my help, they'll still get it, because that's the way I am.
Yeah. You know, I go back to Luke 17:3 because you're talking about the topic of forgiveness, and Luke 17:3 says, if your brother trespass against you, rebuke him. So we're obligated to rebuke him first, and it says, if he repent. It says, if he repent, then the Bible commands us to forgive him. So the problem is we're rebuking them. We're saying what you're doing is wrong. It's an abomination in God's sight, but they're not repenting. And so I'm going to call on them to repent for their wickedness, because they just don't want to repent and acknowledge what they're doing is absolutely wicked. But I'm with you, Patrick. I know it must be tough, being separated from your wife.
I appreciate it, and I thank you. And you take care of you. Be well. Be strong. I've got to get off the phone because my phone funds are just about collapsed right now.
Yeah,
We're still trying to get the connection.
Okay.
Love you, brother.
We love you, Patrick.
Well. Take care.
You're in our prayers. God bless.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.